Well, my Leo friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Teri Hunter. I'm an intuitive astrologer and tarot card reader, and I'm here today to do your love and money tarot card reading for January 2025. These readings are based on your sun sign. So this is for Leo sun. It's a 4-card spread. The first position is the foundational position where the month is starting off. The second is the opportunity and or the obstacle. The third is the angel's advice for taking advantage of the opportunity or getting around the obstacle. And the final is the potential outcome for the month. So we're going to start with love. And you know you rule love and romance. All right, here we go. First, we have the Fool in the foundational position. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the opportunity or the obstacle. We have the Hanged Man in the Angel's advice. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. This is rather significant, my Leos, because there was 3 major arcana cards out of 4. This is indicating something very powerful is happening. And the Fool is indicating that you will be going on some kind of adventure when it comes to love. Now, I want to offer it this way because not every person is in a relationship. So much of this reading is based on how you perceive love. And here the Fool is starting to look to the skies and feeling, obviously, she looks very happy, as if she's almost prancing along. We also see the fox following her. And to me, the fox represents this bit of being sly and being a bit covert in some ways. The fox is a totem that traverses the rural areas as well as the inner city streets with much prowess, can go in and out without being noticed. So here, there's something about the Fool going on an adventure and you being flexible and being aware and being a bit strategic about how you go about it, because the Wheel of Fortune would indicate that there is a change coming. The wheel is not always favorable. It can be challenging, but here it's offering you an opportunity for reflection about what you really want and which direction you want to take yourself. Because now the Two of Pentacles is literally commanding a movement forward in some way, being flexible, but moving forward. And I think that movement forward has a lot to do with what the Hanged Man illuminates for you as you contemplate what you want. We're starting a new year, January, and I think that the Fool might be about you setting an intention about what you want for love, what you want in the way of how you feel loved, what makes you feel cherished, and makes you feel a sense of give and take. When I see the Two of Pentacles, it's a travel card. It's also a card that represents being flexible, going back and forth. And it's a money card, so there could be, but we're going to look at money. So I think that this has to do with something coming into the material world that could potentially make you feel like you're going on an adventure, something new and something different. But at the same time, I think that you have to be a bit of a fox and pay attention to what is actually aligned and what is not. One other thing I want to say very quickly before I go on to the money reading is that Mars is retrograding in the sign of Leo right now and will retrograde until February 2025. By January, it could be in Cancer. I don't have the dates in front of me, but it will be traversing between your house, Leo, and Cancer. And Mars can be a bit rough and a bit aggressive. So be mindful of that. Not saying that you will be aggressive, but it could stoke up. Mars can represent old hurts and angers and resentments and frustrations. So I think be mindful and be flexible. That's where I'm going. All right, my Leos, now let's go on to money, finances. I like to call it resources because I have certain ceilings when you say certain numbers to me. Just hearing the word money can sometimes make me feel lack thereof. So I like using the word resources. So let's see what Spirit has to say for your resources for January 2025. In the foundational position is the Justice card. We have the 10 of Wands in the opportunity or the obstacle. We have the Emperor in the Angel's Advice, and we have the Six of Swords. You're getting a lot of major arcana cards. January is going to be rather pivotal for you in some ways. The Justice card is it's very much, it can represent legal issues. It can represent fairness and justice. It is, again, the Libra energy. I think what you're going to be doing is looking at your financial life and looking at the fairness of it and looking at if you're being balanced with your money. The 10 of Wands would indicate that there's a big burden. And then I have that burden attached to this Emperor energy in the Angel's Advice. This Emperor energy is very Aryan. The Emperor represents Aries, and Aries is ruled by Mars. And I just got done saying that you might want to be a little bit mindful of Mars's retrograde because it could bring up old angers and resentments. I think for my Leos that having the Emperor in the Angel's Advice is moving away from the burdens of anybody who's over dominant to you or overly aggressive or potentially harsh, or all about themselves. Because, Leo, your heart is really very, very big. And oftentimes you get accused of things I don't think are necessarily true. So here we see this ends with the Six of Swords, where you're literally moving into smoother waters. And this vessel that she's traveling in is a swan. And I think that there's a feeling of I'm starting to talk to myself in a new way. I'm starting to feel that everything that I must do is fair and just, because I can no longer be burdened by any sort of financial dynamics that don't support a fair give and take situation. So that would have to do with employers. It would have to do with clients. It would have to do with how you exchange money in your partnerships, if you're married, etc. Okay, so I think that's it for January 2025. I also want to offer this for my Leos. You are experiencing, especially the early born Leos, are experiencing an opposition to your sun from Pluto in Aquarius. And this is very transformational. Pluto rules big money. It also rules toxic waste. So I think that there's the potential that if there is a disruption of some kind, that Pluto is trying to remove the toxic waste or anybody that may be taking advantage of you, either in your heart or in your financial wallet, your financial being. And if indeed that happens, I think there's a surrendering factor, because things are going to move into a more comfortable and peaceful place for you when you surrender to that dynamic, meaning letting the toxicity move out. Okay, that's it for me for the month of January 2025. Please like, please subscribe, please share, and hit that notification bell, because we've got lots of content coming out. And I'll see you in February for your next Love and Money tarot card reading. Bye-bye.